Hi guys, Chef Marples here. I wanted to give you a little quick rundown on some of the lofts that I'm seeing in the marketplace. Now, these are the stand out lofts that I find. I'm not just going to show you just sort of the standard cookie cutter lofts. And I see it mostly in South Beach, Soma, some parts of Intermission, Potrero Hill. Those are the locations that you find most of the loft conversions, right? It's either a building that's originally built as a loft, but a lot of times you see these conversions, just like the Oriental Warehouse. And if you've been watching my videos, you'll know I'm a fan. So I'm going to sort of get to it real quick, show you the overall general area, the map, and then take you for a little quick video tour or go through some of the pictures, just to show you what's on the market and what you can expect. I am always looking for lofts that have a lot of character. Now, so, there are about, from my assessment just now, within District 9, which incorporates, South Beach, Soma, Potrero Hill, all the way down to Bernal, we only have 44 lofts on the market. So these are just the cream of the crop, guys. So I'm going to close out my window a little bit, and I'm going to show you, here is the overview of the map. You'll see that we're going to be looking at a building right over here, 601 4th. But look at the proximity. It's right next to Townsend. We do have AT&T Ballpark. And if you're familiar with the area, there are a lot of tech companies, especially right in here. So, this is a great area. The location of it is just getting better and better. And I think that there is really a big difference between some of the quote-unquote homeless people that, typically are much more over here. You got the, when you go down, you have the Western Addition. A lot of these people, they're not going to travel too far. They're going to come down, 7th, 8th, and 9th. And that'll affect one of the buildings that we're going to show you at Natoma. But I thought it was just a really cool building. So let's get at it. So here is the Oriental Warehouse. We have a unit that's, a first floor unit. It's listed at just under $2 million. It's been on the market for a little bit, not too long. But I wanted to show you the character of it. Now, this is a warehouse converted building. And you have a lot of the original brick. It's actually one of the oldest buildings in San Francisco. But I wanted to show you some of the character that you could find. If you really to spend some of the quality money, I have clients that are in this building, and they just love the location and the overall feeling of it. I mean, it really is very cool. Original brick, you have the original brick upstairs too. A lot of times, this unit has the top level wood, which is just a great finish for the interior. But look at that. That has so much charm, it's ridiculous. Look at these Douglas fir posts. You just can't get lumber like that. A little bit more pictures. Look at that. There was a picture of whalebone. So there you go, which is a felony, by the way. With some unique details in the handrail. I've seen some great kitchens in here. They've done a really nice remodel. Look at that. That is killer on the top. Little slider. So much character in this unit. It's really, this to me is a standout unit. I just love the Oriental Warehouse. It really is. It's right next to the Embarcadero. It's very close to AT&T. It's very close to the waterfront Embarcadero and Ferry Building. Here's another unit, a little bit further up, different side of the building, number 309. So you still have a lot of that same character that does come through. Notice the floor is going to be different, a little bit elevated on that. You also have some of these units do have a lot of steel reinforcement, and that's indicative of the renovation that they had to keep the original look and feel of the building. So you get that from some units. So that's the nice thing about the Oriental Warehouse. There are units in here that are they're one-offs. No unit is the same within this complex. Great building. If you're looking for a loft style, if you're really, if you're up, look at this unit. It's listed for just under, 1,350. It's a good, solid unit without a doubt. Okay, let's go to another unit. This is over by Townsend. This is at 601 4th Street. So this is really very close to a lot of tech companies. But look at the interior, guys. This is an old converted building. And, they've made, certain accommodations because obviously you have steps here, which, divide up the space. and they work around what they have to begin with. So, I don't know what the original structure was. A lot of these were warehouses. Some are even, I know the one on Bush Street, which I absolutely love, was an old parking structure, and they renovated it. Just killer. You do have, the character of the strong log concrete. You also, here's another unit that's currently for sale too. Go through it. But look at this one. None of that original detail. You have maybe hints of it, but it's really hidden within the walls. It's nice and done, modern. It did the interior windows walls really well, finished it out. This is one of my favorite buildings also. This is the Buena Vista Lofts. I believe this is between 4th and 5th Street over on Folsom, so very close to the Moscone Center, basically a kitty corner up the street. But look at this unit. I picked out this unit just because it does have the standard sort of look of the concrete. It's not all concrete. It's more like a highlight of the concrete, and then you have regular walls. But look at the deck on this one. Some of the units have these fabulous decks, and I just think it's great. Some of the units also within the space here, they wall it out, so you have a little bit more of what we consider a secondary bedroom, or you could create a private office or whatnot in there. And I've seen people wall that out right here and then wall it here. So it's not a very big room. It's more of a pass-through room. But people have definitely used that space in that regard. I think this is that room right there. Look at that deck. Oh my God. South-facing exposure, guys. Nice and bright. What's not to like about that? That's like the selling feature, right? Okay, and this is Natoma. Now this is in a smaller street in Soma, so you're going to have, it's a more urban setting by far. You get a lot more street people up here. But I wanted to show you the architecture here. Look at this thing. This thing stood out to me because look how unique this is. They have a lot of modern features within it, but they also incorporated a lot of really cool wood structure. And I just thought it was a standalone unit. This building doesn't really come up for market too often. And there are a few that are these very small, maybe 16-unit buildings, that are in Soma. And some of the architects that go in there just kill it. They just really kill it. Look at that. I mean, I absolutely love it. You can see it's all new construction, and I believe that's a glue lamp. But they just really incorporated some of that good feel to where it's not just, a concrete wall and is a concrete wall. Because I tell you, the concrete does feel damp sometimes, and it's good to have a nice finish. And I really thought that this one's a standout unit. It has an outdoor patio. You can just open up the doors. It does have the spiral staircase. Look at that. What's not to like about that? I think that's a really nice, handsome unit. And look, guys, it's a 1,000,001. I mean, so even, you have to be good with the location. I think that's paramount. But look at the overall interior. This is that upstairs where you come up the spiral staircase. So, a hangout room, an extra space, even an area where you could work. I just thought this was a really, really well done building. And that's why I wanted to show it to you. Look at this glass partition here. I mean, sometimes you see the architecture in Soma and it blows your mind, even though it's maybe not terribly expensive for San Francisco standards. But look, for 1.1, you can get into a really nice looking unit that has a lot of sex appeal, guys. Look at that. That's just killer. Anyway, I just wanted to show you. I hope you had a nice tour with me today. And if you ever have any questions or want to talk shop, just give me a shout. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And take